If you answered 2, then enjoy the VC.
There you go, but guess what? We have some more for you. What years did Zach LaVine win the dunk contest?
Is it 2014 and 15, 2015 and 16, 2016 and 17, or 2017 and 18? I want to say the NBA All-Star Game was in New York and then Toronto these 2 years consecutively. That's a good hint, right?
What up, Ash? Press?
Hey, what's MP stand for anyway? Sounds like...
You know what, that's real classy. Why would he even mention me? Ash, not one chair?
What you got there, Ashley? Huh?
Bunch of hopefuls.
I mean, tell you the truth, I really wouldn't have noticed it if people...
MP, let's stay with the draft for a moment. A big part of the...
I mean, look, Shep would be a great...
MP, you know we keep it real on here. I gotta ask you.
Yo, honestly, that's just who he is.
Well, this has been unforgettable, and I'd love to continue this conversation.
To celebrate the big game coming up, the newest crossover series cards are officially live in My Team.
Channel your inner football player on the virtual hardwood by throwing dimes with Dak Prescott, locking up your opponent with Jalen Ramsey, and playing physical with Deebo Samuel. That's right.
They played smart as well, but the other team did too. Unfortunately, someone has to lose.
Nothing to hang their heads over. When you have two evenly matched teams on a given night, it's anyone's ball game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And Smitty, Greg Popovich, you'd play for him. His 27th season as coach of the Spurs. How many more you think he has in him?
Well, B.A., he's accomplished everything one could hope to in his career. I mean, he has 5 titles, B.A., most wins in NBA coaching history. Now he's just coaching for the love.
Niang, he's checked in for Philadelphia. So they take the lead. Man's got 9.
I just love the ball movement.
The 76ers have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break has been a big part of their success.
Timeout called, the 76ers. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And that game, I love their mentality. They were focused on getting to the free throw line a lot and shooting a great percentage from there.
Their mindset was really to get to the stripe, and they accomplished just that.
And the Spurs making a change here. Graham's checked in. Back to Milton. 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. And he knocks the jumper down.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
San Antonio foul. Man. That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for him. Well, whenever you bring up the 76ers, you instantly think of Joel Embiid.
Oh, no question. He's the face of this franchise. Embiid is as good as anyone in the league. Off the floor, Joel is willing to take the blame when things don't go right. That's who you want as a leader.
Man misses.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
And the endorsement deals keep coming in for MP. Latest news is he'll be the face of Mobile One for their next marketing push.
And that's a smart move by Mobile One. They can see that MP's stock is starting to take off, and they got in early.
On the wing, Milton. Off target at the rim. It's good if it goes. He's off on that one. And so the San Antonio Spurs finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. Back after this.
Here's calling your Philadelphia 76ers GNC.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace. Typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And so in the game for the Spurs, we've got Zach Collins, and it's man in at the 2 spot.
High percentage look for Harris. He becomes more and more efficient offensively.
Pass to man. There's the triple. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Melton outside. Harris on the wing. Outside Maxey. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Harold. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Crazy intensity of Montrezl Harrell, using it to perfection in order to get calls.
Grant, we always talk about great footwork from post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
Pass to Collins. Jones with the ball. Here's Man. Maxey covering. Man misses. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter.
All this means is he has.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The Spurs 50.
Even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an. He's checked in for Vassell.
This Spurs franchise, one of the most storied in the sport, really trying to get back to their winning ways.
Well, Smitty, how about the Spurs here? A short playoff drought the last few seasons.
They've only missed the playoffs 7 times since coming to San Antonio, BA, including the last 3 years in a row. This fan base isn't used to these types of seasons.
Out front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. Tyrese Maxey is out there with James Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Maxey with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. James Harden, with plenty of confidence, said not to brag or anything, but I'm really good at this game. I'm unselfish. I play the right way. I don't try to do anything I can't do or that doesn't benefit our team. And that mindset keeps me in a good place. Yeah?
Very self-assured, Allie. Thank you. Maxey, that's good.
The focus of the defense. I mean, James Harden was able to use that attention and turn it into a hoop for someone else.
Pure from three-point range. Man's got 29. Hey, you look at the numbers that MP has been putting up. It's hard to believe that fans still would have preferred Shep Owens in the draft.
I know. I mean, I guess everyone is entitled to their opinion. But MP has shown he's at least worth the 18th pick. Fans can't ignore the numbers he's putting up forever.
And it's Maxey missing. San Antonio leading. Pass to Man. Outside Johnson to the left wing. Here's Man. Outside Jones. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Man misses. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Johnson against Harden. And then Embiid with the dunk.
A sequence you might expect from Embiid, an elite rebounder, and the man knows how to finish.
Here's Man. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Here's Maxey. They get the rebound. And it's blocked by Collins.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
From the arc. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Outside Maxey. Tucker against Johnson. Outside Maxey. The 3 is up. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got rebound number 7 tonight. Outside Jones. Pass to Johnson on the wing man. 3-pointer. Good. Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Harden, the pass to Embiid. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
He's so tough to stop. Even when you hit Embiid, he possesses the strength to muscle shots in.
5 ticks left in the third quarter. Here's Man. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
NBA, he's on fire.
And so it's San Antonio.
80. And that big round of applause.
A moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers in the huddle.
Making the extra.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Keita Bates-Diop. Also Doug McDermott out there. Devontae Graham out there with Isaiah Roby. And it's Man in at the 1.
What concentration from the process. Embiid not phased at all by the bump.
Here's Man. Here's Roby. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They are making it rain from the 3-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Vassell against Melton. Pass to Embiid. 4 on the clock. Count the basket. Embiid's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, a real versatile big man with multiple sweet spots out on the floor. Embiid is definitely on a roll. And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And here is Harrell. Melton on the wing. Vassell with the rebound.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
The rim protection.
Good! Another from 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Philadelphia calls timeout. And Smitty, in the NBA, we know that coaches are often the fall guys. But when you see players saying, Coach wouldn't let me be me, too easy?
Well, I think you have to take it case by case. The one thing I would say, everybody has to be a pro in an organization. Those are the organizations and individuals that usually succeed. Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Man misses. The 76ers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. 3-pointer off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Maxey against Vassell. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 20.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee! And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the size of the lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
The 76ers making a switch here. Harden's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. Johnson's checked in.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defense.
And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
And he just can't be denied from deep. Now he's tied for most threes in a single game. Amazing. Stolen by Collins. Here's Mann, defended by Harden. Yep, that one's good. Mann's got 56 in the game. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, B.A., and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody.
Offensive rebound, Spurs. Jacks up a three. Connects again from distance.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
Oh, an historic performance by an historic shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
He takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage on the road. You talk about a big-time performance.
Man, oh man, he's putting on a show. This may be the best long-range shooting display I have ever seen.
A minute 29 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. McDaniels passes to Melton. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes, as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting, kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Looking to end the drought. Jump shot is good that time.
You can't discount Embiid's value as a passer, that vision and court awareness. These are traits a team loves to have in a big man.
Here's man. They get it back. Bassey. On the wing man. This one for three. Good. Another from three. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Pass to Reed. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Korkmaz on the wing. Outside McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Here's Embiid. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Part of what makes Embiid an MVP-level talent, the spacing he gives your offense, a center with a very good jump shot.
Sinks the tray.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is.
Congrats on the win. You guys really smothered them on the defensive end tonight.
Yeah, you know, we really locked in on the defensive end tonight. You know,
MP, it's great to finally meet. We focus on the fan base, and we develop a strategy.
You're here nice and early. Love to see it.
Just doing my job, Coach.
Humble and hardworking. So obviously you've seen one of these before. Nothing too unusual. Now, I know you're anxious to find out how you're going to fit into the rotation.
Coach, man.
Good. Now look, right now, based on what I get it, 100%. Honestly, I'd be concerned.
Hey, it's Dak Prescott.
Hey, it's Jalen Ramsey.
Hey, it's Deebo Samuel, and I'm coming to NBA 2K. I'm the newest member
of the NBA 2K
crossover series. What are you waiting for? Start playing as me today.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At forward, PJ Washington. Introducing the starting.
And welcome it. Just about ready to get this one started. First, let's hear from...
Thank you, B.A. Tonight the date.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Well, the fans were a bit brutal when MP was selected, Grant.
You know, B.A., fans sometimes can get pretty emotional on draft night, but they took it to a whole nother level when MP was selected.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Nothing like the atmosphere of opening night in the NBA. Grant, do players get just as pumped up as the fans for the first game of the season?
I think they do. I mean, everybody, players, coaches, organization, fans, everybody gets excited for opening night. It's impossible not to. All the work these players put in over the offseason, the training camp preparation, it pays off right here and now.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Smith, he's checked in for ball. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by McDermott. Down low. Pass to Bates Diop. Inside. Man, banked it in off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Charlotte trailing. Smith outside. Rozier outside. Freedom inside. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And not many teams have as solid a piece to build around as the Hornets do with LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo clearly is a guy who has incredible confidence, incredible vision and passing ability. When you look at his ability to make the game easy for the players around him, and sometimes in transition to make those elite athletes look incredibly special, he is a guy that you would enjoy playing with.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
San Antonio leading, and they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are, staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The Hornets have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Smith. Pass to Rozier. Up top, Hayward. Down low. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Smith. The rebound by Mann. Outside Graham. Drains the triple. Graham's got 5 points.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
The baskets were coming early and
Visiting team, 18. And look who's coming out of the hardwood now.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got Devontae Graham, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Richards. Back to Ball. Over Jones. The rebound by Mann. Mann's got his 4th rebound in this one. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 10.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass the ball. Back to Oubre. Martin against Johnson. Martin inside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
To the paint. Here's Mann. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Timeout called, the Hornets.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Collins. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Spurs.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Spurs.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this. Spurs with some changes. Mann comes in for Collins, and it's Bates Diop in for Johnson. That free throw good from Rozier. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
On the floor for Charlotte. At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington. Ball and Rozier are the guards. And it's Richards in at the center position. Vassell against Rozier. Drilled from 11 feet out. Rozier's got 10.
This guy is just such an impressive scorer. Terry Rozier, 3 levels. The mid-range is on point.
Here's Mann. The Hornets pull it in.
That's the play they want them to start making. They want to be able to trust them. Already, they're over the limit, and it's so early. This could turn into...
We've got Devontae Graham. Also Devin Vassell out there. And it's Mann in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, B.A., I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks. The social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, but I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money, too.
And Charlotte shooting just 38% for this game so far. The 3 from Washington. No good. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Vassell outside, over Washington. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Washington powers it through.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you he will find him.
Vassell outside. Back to man. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Rozier, the pass to Washington. Hayward draws the double. Rozier outside. The three is up. That one's good, and it's Hayward with the setup. Hayward's got 5 assists in the game.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Pass to man. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
6 to shoot. Some room here for Williams. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And that one's good. Man's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Pass to Washington. Outside, Williams. Here's Mikhailuk. The 11-footer. No good off the back of the rim. On offense, here's San Antonio. They're on a 13-5 run. And stolen by Williams. Here's Maladon. Here's Mikhailuk. Graham covering. Pass to Bouknight. Charlotte again missing.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And that one's good. Man's got 13 points in this quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for D.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
Three-pointer, Bouknight. Again, the miss by the Hornets. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 17-5 run. Again, the Spurs score.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Back to Maladon. Pass to Bouknight. Here's Mikhailuk. Shot clock at 5. Maladon for 3. The rebound by Man. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
It's good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA.
Great win and a stellar performance from you tonight. Are you in?
Yeah, of course. You know, we got a great group of guys here.
Fantastic win tonight, MP.
Thanks, John.
What was your...
Just picking up that W, man. I could have easily...
There were a lot of media outlets in the preseason that made a big deal of...
Community. Community is everything to me, so... Okay, that's it? All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I will let him know.
What up?
MP, come on in.
Okay, Freddie made it seem like I had to do a bunch of PR stuff just to get my...
Sounds good, Jerry. Yeah, I'll link up with you later, man. All right, have a great one.
Yo, you want me to come back?
No.
Plus, these cards can be used in multiplayer modes for a limited time, until the end of Season 4. But after that, they're going to be limited to single-player modes only.
Dak, Debo, and Jalen are all ready to go from the field to the court. But the question is, are you?
I am, but you know what else I'm ready for? The All-Star mini-season in my team that starts today.
This is your chance to add Galaxy Opal Russell Westbrook and
the regular season just getting started. What's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers? He's checked in for San Antonio. Devontae Graham comes in for Jones. Pacers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Miles Turner, 1 shot.
On the floor for San Antonio, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Z out there with Johnson, and it's Graham in at the 1. Man, the basket is good off the assist from Graham.
Graham's court awareness in action right there easily spots a wide open man.
Pass to Nembhard. Out to Turner, takes a 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And once more, he gets it. Another bucket from Mann. Mann's got his 2nd basket of the game. And you look at MP, you have to think back to his very successful college career, Greg. Was an outright star at that level.
Yeah, stayed 3 years before making the jump to the NBA. You don't see that too often nowadays, but he won a college championship and had nothing left to prove.
Clock is at 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A big part of 2 Sacramento blockbuster trades. Buddy Hield went from New Orleans to Sacramento in the DeMarcus Cousins trade.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Keita Bates-Diop's checked in for Stanley Johnson, and McDermott subbed in for Johnson.
We all know he can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Mann gets the bucket. And Clark for Hield, 6 years later, he was part of the Kings-Pacers mega trade.
Yeah, Kevin, that one sent Domantas Sabonis to Sacramento. Hield showed his value as a player night in and night out in Sacramento, and that created the trade value that allowed him to be moved for good players. He's actually one of the best shooters you can find in the league, in my opinion.
Mann gets the bucket. 8 points for D.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And it's blocked by Mann, and they'll get another chance. To the paint, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 4-point game. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Nesmith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Pass to Bates-Diop. Down low. Man, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Jackson misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And the basket by Vassell.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Hield outside. For 3. You can't get that one. And so it's Miles Turner making things happen for the Indiana Pacers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all
23. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
On the floor for San Antonio, we've got D. Ante Graham is out there with Jones. Then there's Keldon Johnson. And it's Zohan in at the 4. Here's Jones, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the Pacers finished 25 and 57 last season. Their worst record since the mid-'80s. Indiana deciding to go young, and with that comes growing pains.
And Indiana making a change here. Nemhard's checked in.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Mathurin, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the pass to Mann. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow. And last season, a tough one, Indiana, with their lowest winning percentage, Greg, in over 30 years.
Yeah, but I love how they approach the end of the season. Bringing in Tyrese Halliburton, playing a lot of the younger players, planning for the future. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now, Halliburton. Smith outside. They need this. The rebound by the Spurs. Mann's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Mann, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And Greg, you watch Mathurin. He is built to score at this NBA level.
Excellent spot-up shooter. He plays above the rim, and once he gets more comfortable scoring off the bounce, watch him.
So it's Indiana in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter.
We're going shirt. Time to get loud. That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Pacers, 44. The Spurs.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. So it's Indiana picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
What up, Ash? Press?
Hey, what's MP stand for anyway? Sounds like...
You know what, that's real classy. Why would he even mention me?